She gotta have something to submit for or to. First off, that's thing number one. I found out dating my woman that she was a hardcore woman prior to dating me. I didn't know that. But coming in, my confidence, my aura, my vibrations, whatever you believe in, my sense, my ways of doing stuff, how I carry myself, she was able to submit to me. I had never known that this woman never submitted, right? I never known she had never done nothing like this, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of dudes be saying they want a woman to submit, but bro, like the Bible even say this, bro. You submit to her too. Like it ain't like she kneeling down to you, but you gotta kneel down too. So at that point, we both on our hands and our knees, and we both got our face in the ground. Like we both submitting to each other. And so I feel like me being who I was, I liked her. And she liked me. Naturally, we submitted to each other. It wasn't like I was like, oh, you need to submit to me. You need to listen to me. That ain't what it was. What it was, she felt comfortable enough around me to even get to that place in the first place.
Mama, he did it.
Yeah. Guess what? Yeah. And guess what? It's a parade inside my city, yeah. Catch up, it's a parade inside my city, yeah. What the what? Yeah, we been here for about a year. Anniversary, we did a whole year. What you talking and you listen to me? Me and my sister been on the track all for 52 days. 52 weeks, excuse me. Man, we go so crazy. Yeah. yeah. Turn up. It's the anniversary episode. What you know about that? I'm coming out here looking like a black cat. Yeah, turn up. I
don't know how I made a year of this.
Yes, sir, everybody. It's our 1 year anniversary. Everybody, you stuck around this long. If you haven't, go watch all the episodes a long time ago. We've been out all year.
It don't feel like it's been that long.
It don't at all. But we be chilling and spitting, y'all. Y'all been sitting around here listening to us talk.
What turn is off?
We be so clean when we walk. I'm cool. What we yeah.
You're not even saying nothing to this point. Just turn it off, bro.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another special episode of the Mama He Did It podcast. This is our anniversary episode. Beep. Bottles, more bottles, 1 bottle, 2 bottles, 3 bottles, 4. The Mama He Did It podcast in the
bottles of what?
Turn up. Mama He Did It podcast in the building, everybody.
I'm sorry for anybody that had headphones in just then.
I'm sorry.
Turn that music off. I can't even hear myself.
What you doing, Jesky?
I'll be fine when you turn that music off.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
We just had a sound effect. This is our Mommy Did It podcast, episode 49. If you don't know what that means, it's technically 50. 49 plus the pilot. But in case you didn't know, now you know it's our anniversary, folks. Hey, October 1st marked 1 year of the Mama He Did It podcast. So, guys, September. Oh, dang. I think I messed it up.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks from now because it's 52 weeks in a year.
Did we start October or September?
Bro, I don't know. Look at the stuff.
Hold on, guys.
You the one told me. I was unaware.
If I'm wrong,
you just wasted a whole intro.
We're gonna do it again. Let me see, bro. I think I'm right though. Hold on, let me see. Let me go to YouTube. Let me go to the podcast.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I thought really this was our anniversary, bro. I hope it is.
You mentioned it to me last week, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool," but I didn't know if it was, coming up or not. Who knows? Maybe so. Let's say 11 months ago was the last good year.
So I'm a month short.
It don't give the exact date.
Hold on, I know how to tell.
It say October 1st on it.
So it's next month.
Oh, it's September.
My bad, guys.
Yeah, he got excited big time, but y'all don't forget about that.
Yeah.
I know I
Hey,
will.
one thing about it here, the Mama He Did It podcast, we gonna goddamn run it back when it's time.
What? October. What's the day? October 1st is on the Sunday or Monday.
I don't know why I thought. You know, this had to be like.
Why is you playing this music?
I had to reset the scene because I screwed it up.
If you don't play that music.
I had to reset the scene because I screwed it up, everybody.
October 1st is a Sunday.
Okay, so we're gonna drop.
I want to say I could try and make it an in-person episode, but I don't know about that.
A live stream episode. That'll be lit. I don't know how many people gonna attend.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I just mean like to where it ain't just
in person for the anniversary.
Yeah.
I got you. Hey, we
I don't know if how tired your girl is. I don't know if
we might can make that shake just for something special for the people out there in the world. But guys, if you haven't ever attended,
I'll be slouching.
This is the Mom He Did It podcast. I think you've heard that several times now. This is not our anniversary episode. We will drop that next month.
He did it wrong. This is why it's called Mama He Did It, because he be doing stuff.
We gonna drop the real podcast next month for the anniversary. But until then, guys, welcome back. Make sure you do all the things down below in the ticker. It's not our anniversary, so make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you download Mama He Did It podcast on all streaming platforms. That's Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, wherever you listen to us at. Make sure you do that. Leave us a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We ain't dropping no clips.
I think this the first day is actually kind of hot in New York.
Really? What's the temperature?
Like, to me, it's hot.
What's the temperature? If it's hot to a Mississippi girl in New York, it's hot. The New Yorkers are boiling.
It say it feel like 91.
Yeah, if it's hot to you, the New Yorkers are boiling.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm just...
You can't wear Timbs when it's 91 degrees. You can't wear Timberlands when it's 91 degrees. I know they are hot.
Don't even wear Timberlands here.
They wear the doggone constructions.
I have not seen not one Timberland.
You ain't been in the Bronx. That
I have. Ain't nobody wearing that.
They wear it.
People wearing dirty Air Force Ones, Converse sandals, and
all whites?
Some J's.
White ones?
Yeah, they be dirty though.
New Yorkers, y'all nasty.
I only seen one dude with them on because we was on the subway and I was looking at.
That don't even count. Them his beaters. That don't even count. Anyway, guys, man, thank you for tuning in. Just how was your day so far?
It was good. It was real good. Delivered a prosthetic device today to a gentleman who hasn't, been able to stand and walk for a minute. He was happy.
Okay, that's great. So, I mean, you sound like you're changing lives and molding futures. That's what it sounds like you're doing out there in New York State. I'm proud of you. You got the New York hat on in New York.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I suck at taking compliments.
Yeah.
But how have you been?
I've been all right. Bro, my knee been hurting the last couple of days. I ain't gonna hold you. But today, I feel great. That. Today, I feel good. Today, I feel much, much better.
Betters?
Yeah. My Tigers lost this weekend. It hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I was sleeping through that whole game. Like, literally, I was like, dang, I missed my opportunity to take a nap. The game started. We all know what happened first kickoff. When that happened, I said, bro, let me go to sleep.
It hurt.
It was hard for me to stay up.
It was hard to watch, period. And
I'm just tossing it up to the fact that maybe they got a little too big-headed after that BX swag chip, thing. And they just needed to be humbled a little bit. Because this happened, I think, the second season of Dion or something like that.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to do better this upcoming week. Because who we play this upcoming week? Southern. And it's just like we get some real lose. It's so many rivalries in the first three.
Can't lose to Southern. We lose to Southern, I'm going to be hurt. I might not get on here. I'm gonna keep it a bag. But other than that, I'm doing great. But guys, we got a good show in store for you guys today. Are you pressed by anything today, Justin? I'm not pressed. I'm blessed.
I'm always blessed, never pressed, because God's in control. But
amen, sister.
But you and these.
We ain't gonna hold you long tonight. What the pastor said, we ain't gonna hold you very long. but you're gonna get this word.
It
So
is.
last week we dug into wife roles and wife goals, but we never forget here at the Mama He Did It podcast. We always circle the block, and we like to provide equal opportunities amongst generations, amongst sexes, amongst ethnicities. So here we are, husband rose and the husband goes. And this is a good one here now.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why you doing all the intro because you're gonna have to talk because I can't be a husband.
No. I want you to know. I want you to first tell me.
No, I'm not. Nope. I deny the.
I protect
deny
black
it.
women.
No,
I
you try not
protect
to admit it.
black women.
I'm not gonna start off a conversation about husband roles. Let's
I
hear
don't
from
even
you.
know where to start.
You
Ask
gonna
me
be
the
a
question
husband.
then.
You need to know.
Ask me the question then, 'cause I can't answer a question. I don't even know the question. Okay,
You
what's the
goofy.
question?
Anyway, so from your perspective, what is the role of a husband, and then what are your goals as a future husband? Because let's not forget this man engaged if it'll be married in like half a year. Okay,
You don't see no ring on my hand.
boy, it's an imaginary one. You better act like it. Well, I come beat you up. How about that?
So what was the question again?
Come on, keep up. So, what do you
Oh yeah,
consider
okay,
the
I got you.
roles of a
All
husband
right,
to
I got it.
be?
I got it. So the role are the roles of a husband. So to me, I think the roles of a husband, it depends on the dynamic for one, but in general, just general.
Yes, a general. What are the roles, and then what are your personal goals? That's how I broke it down.
I think the roles of a husband for one are to provide and protect. I think those are the main two. The PPs, the PPP, provide, protect, and prostrate. That's the three P's.
Prostrate, my
Yeah, have kids. Ain't that what prostrate?
God.
Anyway,
Oh, I ain't never heard it said like that, but
it might not
continue.
supposed to be silly. But the PPP loan of a husband provide, protect, and prostrate. Uh, or provide, protect, and park the car, or provide, protect, and uh put her first. I think those are the things that's even better. Provide, protect, and put her first. I feel like a husband, his role is to provide, and it doesn't necessarily mean he has to be the breadwinner. I feel like that's a misconception because honestly, my personal goals of being a husband is to boss my chick up. Uh, and
Please
a lot of
explain
people.
that because that statement itself sounded a little weird.
You ever heard that song by the Migos like "Turn your chick up, dog"? Turn your chick up, dog. Turn up.
And like, who are
That's
you talking to right now?
the Migos. I'm talking about the Migos.
I say, but who are you talking to? You just asked,
Oh,
did I know that song?
talking to goddamn Sister Jess. I know she don't know. Uh, but I guess the reason I say that is because I feel like, to me, women empowerment a lot of times come from women themselves, obviously. But I feel like it ain't nothing wrong for a man to empower his woman to be the best she can be, also being the best he can be, but to lead. And every man ain't a leader. Let's keep it a stack. I feel like sometimes women can lead, but the man can take responsibility for any hardships that come from lack thereof his leadership. Uh, I feel like a husband's role is to protect, aka husbands. I'm naturally gifted of being big, meaning not necessarily physically protect, but physically, yes. Emotionally, second. Financial protection is a thing. Uh, and it doesn't always have to be you making all the money. You might just have good ideas to help her business, good ideas to set yourself up for the future and your family. I feel like that's part of a husband's job. Protect him, protect her, protect his wife, protect his kids, protect the household. I feel like another one of a husband's roles is to um, be a sense of reason. Not saying a woman can't be, the opposite she can, but I feel like a man, the older he gets, I feel like men naturally. Now, I'm talking about men. I ain't talking about little boys y'all out here dating second. Uh, but men, I feel like men naturally, well, not naturally. I won't even say that, but men have a tendency to be able to calm down, think things through sometimes. A good man can. I feel like, a husband's role is to be able to use sound judgment making decisions for the family. I feel like that's one of his roles. Yeah, that's what I got. I hope that made sense.
Was that inclusive of your personal goals?
No, I haven't got there yet.
Oh, did you want me to touch on what I think the roles are?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
That boy did not like get into his feelings. Okay, so
I'm in tune with my feelings.
I didn't say you weren't in tune. I said you like talking about it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so when I think of the role of the husband, I think of a person that is the stronghold of the relationship and of the family. Like you are the center point. You are the foundation of the start of the family, if that makes sense, because everything feeds from the position that he holds and also the energy that he brings into the family. I feel like in my personal perspective, I feel like a lot of times women will force themselves into certain positions because they see the lack in the husband, not because they want to do it or feel like they have to do it, but it's because it's not being met. So therefore I feel this void. Now, granted, we are supposed to, there's ebbs and flows to how things work, but as far as the stronghold, like I am the foundation of this family after God, like that's the role of the husband. I do agree that the role of the husband is also to provide and protect. But when I think of providing, I think of providing as in providing security and safety in the things that you're protecting, meaning you're protecting the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the mental capacity of those that are under you, basically. I think the role of the husband also is to not be a forceful hand. It's a gentle touch. Or like a lot of times people don't think men are supposed to be gentle or they're only supposed to be hard and stuff and get up. That's the woman's job to be gentle. But I believe a good husband knows when to be gentle. So that's my idea of what the role of the husband is, with also being in tune with themselves to be able to check themselves, or like to be able to say, hey, I need help in this area. Not meaning I'm not able to do my job as the husband, but at this point in time, I need more help from my significant other to carry that load or whatever.
Okay, cool. That's nice. I think one of the things where, and this may just be me, this may not be for all husbands, but this may be just one of my goals. I'm one of them people where, like, I'm not afraid of saying I'm wrong. I'm not scared to admit, because I'm always wrong about stuff. But that knowing that though, I'm also not afraid to stand on all 10.
Yeah, it's a good balance,
right? Meaning, for instance, like if something was to happen, and I was like, I don't want to do that, and she was like, but I want to. But it ain't necessarily a necessity, or the timing ain't right, the situation ain't right. Me personally, I'm not scared to stand on all 10, whether that makes you happy or mad. Like me personally. Yeah. And that goes far as raising kids, moving, buying houses, everything. I mean, sometimes I feel like a lot of times a lot of women see a man and they label him as a weak husband when he can't never stand on 10. Meaning he always giving up.
Like he's not able to shut it down.
Well, not necessarily say shutting down, but he ain't. It's always
take control of it.
Right. It's always let me ask my wife this, let me ask my wife that. Which again, no problem doing that. But at some point, I feel like every man got to stand on his 10. Meaning, you're a man, bro.
Some things are non-negotiables.
Some things are non-negotiables.
It's non-negotiable.
I'm standing on 10. Yeah. Ain't no. I don't really care what you got going on. You know, you can be mad all you want to. Right. Absolutely. Some things you just have to stand on 10. Not saying women don't do that, but I'm just saying me being finna be a husband, that's one thing that I know I'm gonna do is stand on 10 about certain issues.
Yeah. And I think like to better describe, tell me if I'm right or wrong, to better describe like what you're saying a little bit is you're not coming from a position of pride or ego saying, no, I'm right, and not wanting to say I'm wrong. It's more of a, this is the right thing to do, so this is what we're going to do. Right. Not because I don't think you're right, but this is the way this ship going.
All right, so like for instance, we did yeah, that's right. So I guess we did a thing where we did couples counseling, premarital counseling anyway. And one of the things that was brought up was making sure we don't argue over preference or principle. Meaning, for instance, if Kyla was to come and say, I want to buy a Chanel bag, right? Me saying, I don't think it, me getting upset that she wants to buy a Chanel bag because I wasn't able to get something else. Is that is that principle or is that preference? That could be principle depending on why I didn't buy it. If I was saving towards something, the principle is we saving towards something we both sacrifice. The preference could be, I don't want you to buy the Chanel bag because Chanel too high, or I don't like that bag. Or for instance, if a child was to come and my child say, Daddy, I don't want to play football no more. I don't want to do this, and this. And I'd be like, nah, but you got to do this. You got to do it because I said so, because I said so, because I said so. Is it preference or principle the reason I don't want you to do this, or I do want you to do this? And I say all that to say, me standing on 10, I'm going to avidly try to stand on 10 on principle. Meaning stuff like, yes, ma'am, no, sir. Stuff like.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. So on the football reference, so like preference versus principle, like the kid saying, I don't want to play football no more. Preference would be, I just want them to play football, so I make them do it. But principle would be, you started something, you're gonna finish it, and then you can stop. Okay,
yeah, that's a better analogy.
Clarity.
Okay. Yeah. For instance, you started, you'll finish it, or I don't want to play with this coach no more. Well, that's preference. I don't care about preference. Principle is you got to see it through. Yeah. And so, and I guess to me, that's where the protection comes from. Because sometimes as a husband, I feel like, again, I ain't one yet, so I don't know. But this is my pre-husband thoughts. And it may change. I'm subject to change. I will say I am subject to change my opinion.
This is nothing set in stone. It's just a conversation.
It's fluid. It's like water. But that being said, it's like some stuff I feel like I don't have to do. I don't stand for, or for instance, I know one thing we talked about was who we won't let our kids spend the night at their house, or how would that conversation go, right?
Yeah.
Preference would be, they house nasty. Principle would be, I don't trust them. I don't know them. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's kind of stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of times women deem men as weak when they can't stand on 10. Because I be watching, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like, I'm not gonna say I don't like rom-coms, but I do like couple reality shows, like stuff that be on Netflix. Like I like stuff like that. I just do like, but and to me,
I be booing.
No, see, that's fake. I like real couple stuff. I be want to see issues.
You gotta find the realness in it. That's all.
But I feel like when a woman seeks a man, a lot of times he just ain't strong enough. It ain't necessarily physical strength. It ain't necessarily him.
It's being mental. It's a lot of it.
It ain't necessarily him being bullheaded and not wanting to compromise. It's more so him always agreeing, being a yes man.
I was just gonna say that, being a yes man.
You can't be. I feel like as a husband, in order for you to use your wisdom as a man and use your decisiveness of things you learn in your life, you gotta stand on 10 on something eventually. And that's one thing my daddy told me like a long time ago. But he told me that like probably when me and Kyla first started that, he was like, and it wasn't necessarily nothing we were dealing with. He was just saying, sometimes you just gonna stand on business. Like, hey, if I say we ain't doing this, we ain't doing it. And that's the end of that. I ain't compromising. And at first he said a little rough around the edges, but after thinking about it, like, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like some stuff you can't, it ain't up for compromise. Because as the leader of the house, I ain't the leader if let's be honest, how many presidents compromise about everything? Like at some point, the president gonna roll out something that everybody ain't gonna agree with. Same thing with a lion. You look at a lion and a lioness, right? The lion will sit there and lay down all day. The lioness go out there and catch the food, bring it back. But he gonna stand on. She still ain't eating first. I don't care how many darn gazelles she done caught. Like, she could catch all the gazelles in Pride Rock. She is not eating first.
That is true.
And so, but that's principle for them.
Yeah, it's principle. Like if she try to eat before he do, he like, girl,
he will kill her.
Don't get twisted.
Like you think
like but that's because he's the protector of the pride.
He gotta stay fueled up just in case somebody gotta catch these paws, these paps, or these skibbity paps. You dig what I'm saying? So I say that to say I feel like one of my going into my goals as a husband. I feel like one of my goals as a husband is number one to get my whole entire family into heaven. That's goal number one. I feel like if that ain't my number one goal, I'm doing it wrong from the beginning. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it steady.
And if you want a woman looking for a husband, that should be your number one goal. Like I don't want no, like we're gonna get into this topic, but I don't want no man who can't help me get to heaven. Okay,
because it's a hindrance. It's a hindrance. And I guess the reason I say that, like, we was at church this Sunday and I forgot. I ain't gonna say I forgot, but I did forget. Like if I saw it, I would remember what was all said. But I just know it put me in a headspace where I was thinking, like, dang, it's gonna come a point in time when I'm gonna have to make decisions that she ain't gonna agree with, and she may hate me for it, or not necessarily hate me for it, but it may be a conversation so tough that it'll be an all out fallout. But if it's on principle, I gotta stand on it no matter what. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's tough to think about because it's like, dang, like here I am getting married, locked into something for life, and I know for a fact I got to go to battle with this person. But in going to battle, I gotta stand on 10. And again, ain't none of this happened yet, but it's just the thought of something like that happening. For instance, if she was to say, "Yeah, the kids got a game this Sunday," no, they do not. They team got a game on Sunday, but between the hours of 9:30 and 12, they go be at church.
At the church house, honey.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's like some stuff you just gonna have to stand on 10. Like, and honestly,
and that was driven into us as kids too.
Yeah.
Like
it ain't even that. I mean, outside of being driven to us as kids, me as a man today, like knowing what I know for myself, I feel like it is what it is. Like
I think it makes sense more now. Like as a kid, I was just like, oh, like I was like, oh, like I want to stay for practice, or I want to do this with my teammates, or this and that. But now,
if I want to go hunting and fishing, and people send me pictures of deer and fish they done caught on a Sunday morning.
Yeah,
them fish could be bite, man. It could be all the deer in the world, the biggest buck ever, on a Sunday, and it has happened several times. It has happened several times in my life where I get to picture the big buck on a Sunday morning, broad daylight when I'm in church. But what can I do about that? Right?
Pray on it.
Hey, just keep on hunting.
Pray he come back out next Saturday.
Just hope he come on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So, but all that to say, I feel like a man got to be, and I feel like that's part of being a backbone. You can't be a freaking lay down, pushover type dude. Okay, next thing I think one of my goals being a husband is, to literally boss my chick up. And I know I said that earlier, but I'm going to explain what I mean by boss my chick up, right? Talking for me personally, there is nothing on earth more attractive to me than a woman who got it and knows she got it. It like, and it's hard for me to explain. A confident woman, you could be ugly and confident and it's slick attractive. To me it is. Like every man ain't the same, but to me, a woman that's confident, attractive, and you could be confident and dumb. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is being confident, knowing who you are, knowing you got your own, making plays and moves on your own, and then still being able to hold it down emotionally at home, physically and spiritually at home, bro. Look, and that's why I tell Kyle all the time, I'm like, look, if you make more money than me, I am not a hater, bro. Like, I promise you.
But it's going into the same pot.
Listen to me. I don't think in my life I have ever hated on nobody. Like, for nothing like that, bro. If I hate you, it's because you dropped 50 on my team. Like, it ain't got nothing. But as a man or as a woman or person, I ain't got nothing against you. Like, do I like Steph Curry? Not on the court, but if I saw Steph Curry in the street,
like what's up, person?
Let me get a signal. Let me get a sig. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna hate on a dude, but if he play LeBron, take his head off type stuff.
Yeah,
But
get him out of there.
Get him up, I'll pack him up. but my thing is, it's like I want to boss my chick up, and not necessarily saying I bossed her up, because I think that's kind of misogynistic. Say I did it. I feel like I just want to.
You want to be able to support her in. You want her to progress while y'all together.
I want me to make her stronger, just so the fact that I can witness it in real time. Meaning, like, I'm like, dang, she did what?
That's like weird. She may be more prone to try or take that leap because of your support. Like,
right.
That type
and it's like when she wrote that doggone book and got that book in the school district, I was like, ooh, that is sexy. Come on through. I said, so I am proud. I like that. And that's just me. Like, I that's what I like. I don't know. I don't even know what you call it, but I'm attracted to it. I am. And when she be like, here, babe, here, go, here, let's go out to eat. It's on me. You say, what? I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, babe, I made this much money on you. Did what? Oh, you sexy.
What's wrong with you?
Ooh, you sexy. So that's just what I find attractive. So listen, like, growing up, man, as we get older and grow and mature as we're in a relationship and as people and business, women and men, listen, it ain't nothing more attractive to me. Like, a lot of dudes like seeing these women in all these tight. Listen, I don't care about them tight dresses. I want my woman to be sexy with a suit on.
I'm trying to be cute if I made it a grandma gown, because that's what I'm gonna be wearing at the house.
I don't like the moo-moos. I don't like
the moo-moos be moo-mooing, and I like them. Okay.
I hate a moo-moo.
It's great for a wash.
I hate a moo-moo. I'm not saying it's not comfortable. I'm not saying it's not effective.
That's how my grannies used to get them. So that's how I'm gonna get them.
That ain't how they got them. That shit what they get. They ain't had no option.
It kept them.
Lingerie wasn't an option.
I bet if I'm in that moo-moo up in there cooking homemade biscuits and sausage and all that other stuff, he'll be just fine with me with that moo-moo on.
Don't nobody like no moo-moo. Just put on some shorts. Like,
I'm gonna have a moo-moo.
I hate moo-moos. I hate them.
I'm gonna have a couple. I ain't gonna always wear that, but I wear them now by myself.
It's just something about a confident woman. It's just something about a confident woman that got her own. Like, and I said she ain't necessarily gotta have it, but just the pursuit of your own. Ooh. Give me sugar.
LOL. He's definitely talking about Kylie here, y'all. But
yeah, calm down. But I mean, I guess I just want to be able to witness. I want to be able to support, and even if I can't support
see the process, you want to see the progress.
I just like watching the transformation, and I'm one of them people where I feel like one of my goals is to just always be there. Meaning, like, and I guess it's kind of cliche. I'm gonna be staying in the same house, but you can stay in the house and be so far apart,
be so far away. You could just like mentally not be present.
Yeah, and I feel like I wanna be there. Meaning, just not saying I want to be all lovey. Cause I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. My love language ain't physical touch. I really don't want you to touch me for real.
Yours is quality time.
I just like being around you, and I just like we don't have to talk, but as long as we in the same building.
I think that's our whole household. Like, we can be in the house not saying nothing, but we just having the greatest time.
Having a blast. Like,
I ain't saying nothing for an hour.
And then we hear something on TV, we walk in there, sit down, and we all bonded over the TV. Like, that's my type of thing. I do not want to be up under you. Matter of fact, go sit on the other side of the room. But we in here. This is love. Though. This is love. This is love, the real way. Oh my God. But
something wrong with you.
But I don't know where that came from. But
I don't know either.
I'm just saying, I feel like, man, being around family and friends, it's just kicking it, bro.
It's just that's what it's made of. It's just a sense of fullness, I feel like.
And I just feel like me as a husband, bro, I'ma just be chilling. Like, I'm gonna be there for when you need me, but if you don't need me, I'ma just be around and I'ma just be doing my thing. Whatever that thing, I might just be sitting on TV, watch TV. I might be out doing something. But no, I'm there. I'm there if you need me. But I'm gonna just be chill, like how she was saying. She was like, because when we first started dating, it was a little rocky because I used to hunt and fish a lot, and
Be gone. Don't say nothing.
But I don't talk when I hunt.
You
Never have in my
nothing.
life hunting and fish. I've never been on the phone talking to folks.
That's
but my mama and daddy, my mama and Jessica already understood that. Kyla didn't understand that, so she felt like it was a disconnect. And sometimes she still do. I was like, girl, I told you where I'm at. You got my location. I ain't out in the streets. I'm literally in the sticks. I'm in the woods. Like, it ain't nothing to do out here. Like, I'm looking at the sky.
If you're not answering the phone, it's probably a couple things you're doing. You're hunting, you're fishing, you're sleeping, or you so deep into some lesson you learn it about. Or you at work, like or at church, like it's those 6 things. That's all you do.
I don't do much.
Sleep, eat, work out.
Even if I'm working out, I answer the phone.
Yeah, you'll answer the phone when you work out, and then hunting and fishing.
That's about it.
Hunting and fishing in church is the only times you don't answer the phone because you'll answer the phone anywhere else.
And I don't have a problem answering the phone when I'm hunting and fish. I don't have a problem with it. But the issue she was having, she liked to FaceTime. I'm not FaceTime you in the woods because it's instant speakerphone. I'm just not doing it. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. Like if you want to talk to me, you better voice call me because I can cut you down. And so she started understanding that. And it got better. But I think I'd be okay as a husband. Like I said, I don't really know. I ain't never did it.
That's how it's supposed to work. One time and done,
Yeah, but I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just be me and just. But I feel like I'm gonna be a more responsible version of me. I ain't gonna be.
Still want to grow. A lot of. As a person.
Yeah, I do a lot of. Right, like as of recent in my life, I've been able to take risk on stuff that may or may not work. I think as a husband, I ain't gonna say I won't take risks because I probably am. But I
tone down a little.
Well, I ain't gonna say tone down. I would just assess the risk more thoroughly. Yeah. And it would be a group decision.
Because it's gonna impact more than just you.
Right. And I won't be buying reckless stuff. Like I just won't be out buying J's just cause. Not saying I can't have freaking J's. I still go to work, goddamn. Still, get my own bread and stuff like that. But I will say I'm not necessarily saying I won't just be buying them every Saturday, which I haven't done in a while. I ain't bought a pair of J's. I'm buying 2 pairs in September. Now I tell you, these 2 pairs of J's coming out in September. Dang gum playoff 8s and them dang gum Damn, what's the other pill? Hold on, let me see. Give me my feet.
You can show me later.
No, I got it. It's on my mind now. It's on my mind. It's on my mind. Let me go and get on this app. I ain't been on this app, man. I mean, they might not even give me a.
And then I got one more question for you before we
It's on my mind. I know it's the 8s. I gotta have those. That's a must cop. Dang, what's coming out?
Don't we have playoff? We got the white playoff 8s.
No, you got the Bugs Bunny. That's not playoffs.
Oh, well, they look like the same style.
Oh, these 2s right here.
You love some 2s.
I love a 2. One thing about me, I'm a rock a 2. And if I don't, you do. One thing about me, I like a pair of 2s. These guy right here, goddamn. Ooh, I'm about to.
That's a 2. That's the 8.
That's the 8s. And then these the 2s. Hold on. I'm trying to find them. Here they go. These guy right here, goddamn. Ooh.
Yeah, I like the 2s better than the 8s, honestly.
But you can like what you want, but I'm getting both. The both of them.
Statement.
Now, if I can't get them from retail, I might not get nothing.
Yeah.
Money's tight.
Well, retail might not be that high right now because nothing really busting right now.
You sleep.
Them cements coming out Saturday though.
Them red cement 4s. Trash. I don't like them. Some people they hype. I don't like. I'm tired of red and white shoes.
That's why I'm like I can't purchase because I have that's all my Jordans: red, white, black, gray. Yeah. I need some blue or something.
Just being more responsible as a husband. I feel like one of my roles as a husband gonna be I'm gonna have to be willing to work on myself. But that's one of my goals is to continue to work on myself. Like I done got better a lot of stuff. I don't be arguing no more. I'm not arguing with you. I'm gonna tell you what I feel, and I'm gonna walk on by my business. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay, still need some work there if that's the full approach, but
well, I guess I'm saying like I'm gonna have a conversation with you. I'm not gonna raise my voice.
No need to. Oh yeah, I see. That's one thing I cannot stand. I need a man who can control his voice because I don't like being yelled at in no way sense of the word.
See, I'm a voice raiser. Not necessarily saying I be yelling, but I just get loud. I be like, man, what you yelling at? But I don't chill out. I don't even do that no more.
Yeah, I don't like being yelled at.
I don't think I do it.
I'm gonna shut you out if you yell at me. Like that.
Another thing I think I do, I listen better. So when she be talking, I be like, I be listening. And I be like, I'm sorry. I apologize. No, I be listening.
No, I'm talking about that. Okay.
I be listening and I be, I assess the situation. I see the fault in my stars.
Okay, movie drop.
That was hard one. Yeah. I see the fault in my stars. I understand my shortcomings and I try to correct them. And I find effective solutions.
That's good. I'm glad the counseling is working.
I ain't did it but one time, but that's just what I tried to get better at, me personally.
Self-evaluation is very important.
Yeah, because I realized, like, in myself, like, a lot of stuff I just don't be liking. I don't know why I don't like it. It wasn't a problem then, but it is now. I don't like that. Yeah, I didn't say nothing about it 3 months ago, but this is now. Like,
yeah, see, that would very much irritate me. Like, let's just handle it when it happens.
Well, no, that ain't what I mean. I'm just saying some stuff like it's like stuff that's an ick that I didn't know was an ick. Like now,
until it kept happening.
Or it might not have happened. It might not have been an ick 3 months ago, but it's an ick now.
Oh, okay.
But I just did this. It's like, but I understand, but I don't like it now. I'm starting to. We having those conversations, like
that's good. As long as there's a conversation going, progress can be made. It's when the conversation stops that stuff starts to fester and get bad, and then there's just like a combustion of anger, and another person don't even know because you ain't said nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my rule.
Well, I have one question for you because it's a hot topic right now in the society.
Okay.
How do you feel about the term submission?
So I used to submit my papers on Canva.
Don't get smart with me.
Okay. I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't know what they issues are with it, but how I feel.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, the at least the topics that I've seen around it have been like men wanting women to be instantly submissive, or like they're like, I want a submissive woman. Like that's how they're defining the type of woman that they want.
And see okay, all right. Now you done got me. I was finna close this thing out, but I'm back. Listen to me. I get it, but I don't. This is why I say this. Dudes that want a woman to be submissive is not a strong dude. Just point blank period. First off, she gotta have something to submit for or to. First off, that's thing number one. I found out dating my woman that she was a hardcore woman prior to dating me. I didn't know that. But coming in, my confidence, my aura, my vibrations, whatever you believe in, my sense, my ways of doing stuff, how I carry myself, she was able to submit to me. I had never known that this woman never submitted, right? I never known she had never done nothing like this, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of dudes be saying they want a woman to submit, but bro, like the Bible even say this, bro. You submit to her too. Like it ain't like she kneeling down to you, but you gotta kneel down too. So at that point, we both on our hands and our knees, and we both got our face in the ground. Like we both submitting to each other. And so I feel like me being who I was, I liked her. And she liked me. Naturally, we submitted to each other. It wasn't like I was like, oh, you need to submit to me. You need to listen to me. That ain't what it was. What it was, she felt comfortable enough around me to even get to that place in the first place. Like, it wasn't like I never been one of them dudes. And And yeah, I get it. I see women as like super duper pushy or super duper confident or high or whatever, super alpha woman type stuff that may say that they ain't submitting to no man. Well, I get it, but you want to know how I truly feel about it. This is how I truly feel about it. And it may step on some toes, but I'm standing on all 10 when I say this. And I done thought about this for 10 seconds. I'm going to say it anyway. When you look in the wild, right, you can learn a lot of stuff from animals. I have seen does in the woods, bucks and does. I have seen does that are 200 pounds. Right? That's a big deer. I've seen bucks that had spikes on his head who was 115 pounds. Now he's a buck, and she will whoop him. And he ain't nothing to submit to. And he ain't got no horn. I have also seen that same big doe see a buck with a head full of horn, and she will not do that. She ain't doing it. He is something to submit to. It's the same thing in dating humans. If this guy ain't got his stuff together, don't know who he is, he ain't confident, and even if he is confident, even if he does have money, he don't know how to stand on all 10. He don't know how to combat. They don't vibrate on the same frequency. Hey, they argue all the time. He don't respect her. He disrespectful. She disrespect him. Words are said. It's just a debacle. God ain't in the relationship. It ain't nothing to submit to. So if you ain't submit worthy, how can she then submit? If you ain't got a box for her to put her paper in when she get done with her assignment, how can she submit her paper? It's literally that simple. If I take a freaking bull and take a big cow, a bull and a cow weigh very similar in size. They just do. You can take a dairy cow, you can take a bull, breed them together, get more dairy cow. But if that bull ain't worth submitting to, she ain't gonna do nothing. It's just that simple. It's natural. It's natural for a woman to quote unquote submit to a man. It's natural. Mm-hmm. But if you ain't submit worthy, and it ain't got nothing to do with your strength. It ain't got nothing to do with your height. It's you, bro. It's you. So if you having a problem with women submitting to you, take it from Terrence. You need to tell somebody. You need to submit. You need to understand you have issues. And if your issue is women won't submit to you, maybe, bro, take a step back, get yourself together. Become a more confident man. Get your stuff together. Get your thoughts in order. Get your principles together. Because a lot of times it's preference when a man says he wants a woman to submit. It ain't principle. What's the principle? The principle is both people submit to each other. That's the principle. So if you ain't submit worthy, don't expect her to submit. Then once you find a woman that will submit to you, it's so natural, bro. Listen, it's so natural. I ain't never had a woman strong or indifferent that wouldn't submit. But why is that? I had my stuff together. Man, she ain't just submitting, she could. And then being in a relationship, I'm not no dictator. Here I am now. I'm gonna submit to her. My feelings. That's part of submitting, bro. Opening up. If you a big locked and key safe, a lockbox, how you gonna expect her to submit to you? And she don't even know what she's submitting to, bro. She don't even know if you worthy. Part of that is you having these conversations. I don't like this. This happened to me in my childhood. I grew up this way. This is why I feel like this. This is how I feel when stuff like this happens. But I'm working on it. That's the submission portion. You ever seen, and going back to the lion in the jungle, the male lion and the female lion, right? You can look at the male lion standing up, being big, strong, and ready to fight. You also can look at the same male lion laying on his back in the sun and the female lion with a bunch of cubs running around. It's the same thing. He is vulnerable around her. How can you then want her to submit? You ain't vulnerable. You hard as a darn rock. And you want her to be soft as tissue. It ain't gonna work. Like we play the game rock, paper, scissors. The rock beat paper. Well, paper beat rock because it covered it up. That didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know what. It was going great.
But what I'm saying is you have to have a mutualistic mindset when it comes to submission. Meaning, if she's gonna submit her protective side, you then gotta submit something. You gotta submit emotional. You gotta submit more than physical. Because bro, you could be the most muscle man in the world and be soft on the inside because you bottled up with all these emotions. It ain't, and she one word away from you exploding. And no woman wants to submit to something that she don't know what the time bomb on this bomb is. It just ain't gonna happen. So that's really what it is, right? You can whine and down a woman all day long, but just because you buy her flowers don't mean she gotta submit to you, bro.
That don't mean she respects you.
Point blank period. Women, I done found out, bro. Again, I be watching a bunch of Netflix shows, and I obviously live in my own relationship. I found out women submit to guys that open up. Like if you don't open up, she's guarded because you guarded. Like the energy, the vibrations, they gonna match. So if you submit, she submit. It's a bunch of submissions, and now we submitted.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything you said, and that, like, from my perspective as a woman, like, I'm not submitting to anything and everything. Like, you don't come up to me just because you got something dangling between your legs and think I'm gonna be like, yes, sir. Like, that's not what it means. Like how that the doe and the buck reference, like, she tested the smaller buck. He ain't step up, so she ran him over. Right? You cannot expect a woman to submit to you if she ain't tested you. I can say I'm gonna test you. Any woman in her right mind is gonna test you to see if you're gonna be a complete pushover. If I can push you over, anybody can push you over. If I can't push you over, then I expect and I can acknowledge that you can protect me, because you won't let me push you over. So that means you're gonna be man enough to stand up to anybody that try and disrespect me. That's the reason why women test men. In my personal opinion.
And not to cut you off, but to be honest, to be fair, some women do like dudes that they can push over.
Yeah, and they'll stay with them.
They'll stay with them, you know.
But if she's not looking for that, if she's looking for a man who can actually lead and she wants to, a lot of women are strong. Like you was talking about that alpha woman and the alpha man, right? I can be an alpha woman and still submit. Like, he can be an alpha man and still have a submissive woman. I don't have to become less because I'm submitting. I'm still an alpha woman.
And see, I don't really like that word submit. So I guess because it gives people the idea that it's a dictatorship.
It's not. It's I honestly don't look at it as a dictatorship. I think submissive is more power than people give it credit. For me to allow myself to relinquish my stronghold, my power, and let you lead, that's more powerful sometimes. Because it's showing my strength as a woman to say, I'm good in myself to let you lead me in the way we should go.
And honestly,
because if I'm not ready to submit as a woman, I'm going to fight you for that position. That's not a submissive woman. A true alpha woman is one who's able to submit.
I'm going to give you a prime example. Man. I'm going to give you a prime example of what it looks like to be a submissive man and a submissive woman, right? This happened in real life, right? So me and Kyle are talking about, I can't remember what we're talking about, but in a nutshell, it was something where I had said I didn't want to do it. Whatever it was, I remember I didn't want to do it. I was adamant about it. I was standing on 10. I didn't want to do it, right? And me not wanting to do it, I was like, okay, cool. Just not forget about it. I'm standing on 10, right? She was like, okay, whatever. Come back, and I'm like, you know what? I think we should do it. She's like, what changed your mind? I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? She right. That's me submitting, and then her submitting was let me think about
figure it out.
Yeah. Like let me figure it out. That was her submission.
Giving you the space to work it out.
Right. And so my submission was coming back, I was wrong. I think your idea is the best idea. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Another part about it, another just flip the scenario, I said something, she was like, nah, that ain't it. I was like, all right, cool. Then she come back, I think we should do it. Then I'm like, oh, okay, why? Well, I thought about it. It's like it works both ways, and that can be a simple submission, and I feel like, and that's a small sample size of it. Another way of submission could be, okay, the woman, she cooked, she cleaned. Okay, thanks. Let me wash the clothes. That's submission.
Yeah.
These are real life examples of what submission look like. Okay, here goes another thing of submission. All right, boom. The woman, she goes and picks up groceries. That's submission. Another way I reciprocate submission is I'll put gas in your car. That's submission. A lot of times folks just think about, oh, she got to do everything I say.
And that's not what submission is. Not relinquishing my right as an individual. That is not. Right. That's not what that is.
Or for instance, picking out, we doing a wedding. All right, cool. Hey, she want this, she want that. Dude, go ahead. I don't care, right? I submitted. Then we talk about honeymoon. I want to go to Hawaii. She's like, okay. She submitted. And I was like, you know what? Let's go where you want. That's submission. Then flip all that around. But babe, I remember you saying you wanted this at the wedding. Would you like that? That's submission. Like it's a give and take.
It's
submission.
a give and take, yeah.
Right. So just stop trying to get somebody submissive. Dictate.
Yeah, I mean the Bible tells us exactly how to do it, okay? Because the man got to submit to God first, right? He has to submit to God first. Then the woman submits to him. And if he loves her as Christ loved the church, then it's easier to submit when you're being treated right. Right? Like nobody want to submit to a man who treating them bad.
Nobody.
So get into it. Just follow the book. Follow the book, folks.
Amen, Sister Jess. Anything else?
No, I'm all husband and wifed out to be as single as a Pringle.
I'm so weak. Man, guys. Great episode at the MamaHeDidIt podcast. Anyway, guys, man, we thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you tuned in this long, make sure you do all things down below in the ticker, like, comment, share, subscribe, get in tune with it. This wasn't the anniversary episode. My bad. We'll
get to that
again
in a month
later on. But anyway, guys, love y'all. Y'all be easy. We out of 5,000. Peace.
Peace.